Hello and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast. Me, Peter Crouch. Got Notorious SID and of course Chris Stark with me. I'm away, lads. I apologise. Hope you're all right to jump one bar without me.
So I get a lot of stick for being away, right? This man is a world traveller.
He is,
right?
but he's open about it. Yours are a bit more on the sly. They don't know about it.
Secret traveller.
By the way, Steve Sidwell naturally adopting the King's throne.
No.
Outrageous.
No. Listen, this is the truth. You've stitched me there as well. Why are you throwing me under the bus? Down there laughing behind the camera. We said, let's do one on the sofa, leave the Holy Grail. But the cameras wouldn't work. We actually tried to get Chris in the chair and it was a flat no.
It's a respect thing. There's not a chance I'm going in the King's chair. Not a chance.
I think you'd see you.
So you're on holiday, Pete, which is lovely.
I'm away, mate.
Okay, that's cool. So we make this work, and it's a bit of a confusing one because we jump on here for predictions, and then in preparation for Pete being away on holiday, we recorded a little bit that you're going to hear a bit later on. It'll all make sense. Just enjoy the podcast. Just on the holiday thing, because we've had quite a few people get in touch who are on their summer holidays as well and been passing the pod, which is a great thing. Mm-hmm. There was one message I saw. I don't know if you've experienced this where you are, Pete, and they were talking about why is it different when you order a steak abroad, right? So the whole grading system changes. So if you want a medium, you've got to ask for it well done. If you want well done, you've got to get it burnt. If you ask for rare, it's alive.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that out there yet, Pete?
No, I haven't. I haven't really got to grips with that. But I do understand. Yeah, when I've asked for like medium, it's come quite rare.
Yes,
so that makes sense.
You've got to club up with the steaks.
It should be global, huh? It should just be a global rare, medium. So
do you think world leaders, this is the sort of thing that they should be doing? So perhaps what they should be doing is meeting once every year just to regrade steaks and beef. Just these are the sort of things that actually are important, you know?
I get exactly what you're saying now, because I can reminisce, I think, being at like dinner and the wife saying, oh, like for the kids, up steak, you know, and then her saying, you know, you're better off getting it maybe well done, just in case.
This is what I'm saying. So just word of warning out there,
I
Pete.
get it.
Yeah, okay. All right, good advice.
I get it. Just while you are away, Pete, I've just noticed you got a wristband on. Question for that, is that a all-inclusive wristband or is that from the Oasis VIP gig?
Do you know what? I had a couple of wristbands for the Oasis gig, and this one I couldn't get it off. So I ended up wearing it. And then my little girl went, oh, that's a cool wristband. So I ended up leaving it on. But yeah, it is from Oasis in Dublin. Wowza. What a gig that was. It was absolutely phenomenal. We got very well looked after. We were spoiled. It was fantastic. It was where we were. The place was jumping. I had to get a flight because I went to the Villa Newcastle game. I did that for TNT. And then we kind of raced there straight after the game to the airport, got on the flight. And actually a load of people that went to the game were going to Oasis as well. And it genuinely was absolutely sensational. I went to the Wembley one, but just I think where we were, because we were in the mixer, but it was a little bit kind of on a platform. It was just perfection.
Oh, I think I know where you were. So yeah, we saw you leaving the game. I was watching it on TV. It looked like a proper. You played it beautifully because you talked about it on TV. It meant you could literally just drop a microphone and say, "I'm off," and everyone was happy.
You know what?
With it.
I was kind of thinking, is there any way of me leaving early to catch his flight, because it was touch and go, and in the end, like they were just like, just go. I did. But listen, I made my plane. It was all good, and one of the best nights of my life. It was nice because I took my little girl as well, and she's seriously into Oasis now as well, which is great.
Well, sometimes it shows honesty is the best policy with these things. You know, whether you're at school or at work or something, you want a day off, you feel like you've got to feign an illness or that kind of thing. And actually, sometimes it's worth just being honest, saying, look, I really want to get on the lash in Dublin. Do you mind if we wrap this up 10 minutes early? That's what you did.
That's pretty much exactly how it went, Chris, yeah.
And then you said you were looked after. And were you on that platform at the Oasis gig where I sometimes see it's covered and it's right in the crowd and it's sort of friends of the band? Was it one of those ones?
One of those. That's exactly where it was. Yeah. So we were very, very well looked after, and like it was just so special. But being in the mixer, because last time I was right at the back for the Wembley gig, so being close to them and seeing them kind of, rather than looking at the big screen, just seeing them kind of in person was special. It was a moment, and I think if you get the opportunity to go to a gig or haven't yet, I think it's something that you just don't want to miss out on it, because it genuinely is a special thing.
I've got to go. September when they're back at Wembley.
Yeah. Come the same night I'm doing, September the 27th.
You're doing the Sunday?
The Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, yeah. That's all I'm going to try and do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Saturday or the Sunday. But
let's make it happen, Sids.
Okay. Talking of shooting off from the game, Pete, Villa, Newcastle, what do you think opening game of the season?
A little bit disappointed, really, with it. I thought, Villa didn't come out of the traps at all. Newcastle looked the better side. I thought, obviously, they are missing a centre forward, Newcastle. But having said that, I think the three that they've signed, the three that they played up front, certainly with their Langers, added the pace with Harvey Barnes and Anthony Gordon played through the middle. I mean, on the counter-attack, they were unbelievable, Newcastle, and that's what they'll get. But with the pace, Villa weren't quite at the races, and then obviously they had a sending off, and then they had to kind of it was all hands to the pump. Kamara had to kind of fill in at centre half. A bit disappointing first game. You want to go to a game when there was loads of goals on the opening day, and I was at the game with none, so it was slight disappointment really. But two teams will be up there definitely. There's no worry about them. I think Villa, slightly more concerned for them than Newcastle, but I still think they'll both have good seasons.
It killed us, didn't it? That was in our predictions. We all fired blanks on that one.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a low-scoring weekend, actually, apart from you, Crouchy.
Hey.
And this is it. The league is up and running. I don't feel we've given it the respect or treating it as seriously as we need to, considering how tight it was at the end of last season. But 3 points ahead right at the start. You must be thrilled with that.
I'm over the moon with that, mate. Quite often we don't get 3-pointers, do we? It's a bit of a dogfight of a league. So for me to get off to a flyer like that it really does mean a lot. And that was obviously the Brighton Fulham game, 1-1. Very pleasing for me.
Last minute equaliser as well. Fine margins. I think this is going to be a close one. I think on this league, I think the first one, I can go back to a few of your predictions. I think there was a few 5-0s and 6-0s that you threw out.
Well, that was, I
outrageous.
remember the first time we did this, it was, I basically used my heart over my head.
Yeah.
Often we were pissed in the Chumba One bar and I was making these decisions, and ultimately it doesn't pay out for you. And that's when you end up dancing with cheerleaders at the darts. That's when that sort of stuff happens.
Yeah.
You get sloppy, don't you?
Just touching on that, firstly, we made up that rule where it was over 4 goals, we just getting extra points to flirt. It was an absolute shambles of a league.
Yeah, got sucked into that.
For all the people that have said that, I've been bottling my forfeit and stuff I've made conscious efforts now to get this forfeit over the line just because I don't want to take any more stick. So it's looking likely that this is going to happen in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
okay?
but can I just be clear on this? You're not designing your own forfeit. What we've had to do is we've designed your forfeit. We've had to get you involved in slightly facilitating it, basically giving it the big I am, because ultimately a text from Peter Crouch gets listened to, a text from Chris Stark doesn't. So so we've had to get you step in. But I just want to assure everyone listening that this is a fantastic forfeit. Crouchy knows limited details about it for logistical reasons, but it's going to be special and provisionally, I believe, locked in for the next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. All right, so the forfeit is coming. There's quite a few fun plans, and just whilst we're talking about what we've been up to of late and all that, I really enjoyed the episode with Luke Littler. I thought it was a great podcast, and I saw a load of the clips going everywhere. I see we've got the darts in the Chumbawamba bar now.
Yep.
And what I really like, Pete, is I was showing a mate around the Chumbawamba bar, and it's becoming a bit of a museum to this podcast. There's some turmeric shots up there. There's some of Henry Lansbury's lawn stuff. You know, it's like it's really building up quite nicely now. Luke Littler's darts. You know,
it's a shame we can't get the little with this. Well, I'll say little. I believe it might be a big windmill kind of water feature picture from the Samrat.
Oh, we need to get that.
Yeah.
We need to get that. And then I was thinking, like, my only regret really is that I didn't ask for my testicle to be put in it. We could have got that sort of pickled and put
In a little jar.
in a little jar.
Do you know what we could have had it hanging from the roof, you know, like a little dice in a cab.
That would have been ace, wouldn't
Just
it?
hanging out.
Wow. But let's just all agree, if any of us get any body parts lobbed off, like, let's make sure we keep them for the Chumbawamba bar moving forward.
Fucking hell, people keep like a hole in one ball for golf, like let alone literally a one ball.
Imagine Prince William comes in again. What's that? That's my bollock. Your Highness.
Amazing. Like Frankenstein's fucking layer.
Well, we got the hand over there as well. It's all got to be Adam's family. But anyway, we'll continue to do this. And then I think we should do guided tours of the Chumbawamba bar for the odd podcast listener at some point, you know?
a good
With like the
shout.
odd guest here.
Yeah,
It could be fun, couldn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So did we enjoy the football being back?
It's back.
Were you watching it abroad then, Pete? Because that's always a joy, isn't it? When the time difference is a bit different and you know, you're in a hotel bar and that kind of thing and linking with the other dads.
Well, you know what? I was at the games, wasn't I? So I was at the games, and I watched the Friday night game. I was at home for the football, and then obviously, you know, I'll come out here straight after. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. It's great to have it back. Thought Sunderland coming back to the Premier League did fantastically well. Leeds the other night looked sharp, didn't they? I don't know if you watched the game. They were on it
First
last
half, I thought they were brilliant, actually. Like, really came out the traps. Ellen Road looked like the place to be. I mean, didn't
Brilliant.
it? It was bouncing at the
So
start.
yeah, what did Gary Neville say? He said, other than Rangers, Anfield, he'd put Ellen Road next.
He
for
also
atmosphere.
got caught. Did you see the clip of Gary Neville being caught?
Oh, mate, I was watching it live.
He didn't
Oh,
realise
it's
his
so
mic
funny.
was on.
Oh
He
no!
was basically said, "There's no, what was it? There's no other fans. There's nowhere I'd rather not be." So,
It was showing the fans on TV. The Leeds fans, he was going, that's one group of fans I don't want to be. I wouldn't want to
His
be.
mic was on.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near them.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
Hot mic.
And he was like, "Oh, we're back on." But I understand where he's coming from. That rivalry between Man United and Leeds is so intense, and I imagine he get a hell of a lot of grief down there. Well, he certainly will now when he goes back.
Yeah. I worked the weekend. On Saturday I went back to Reading for the first time in about 15 years and watched them v Wimbledon. And then on Sunday I covered Chelsea Palace, and I got a train to Clapham Junction, and I jumped on a line bike from Clapham Junction
bloody hell.
to Stamford Bridge. And just rocked up, as you do. And I've done the same going back. And then I popped off at the ship on the Wandsworth Bridge for a couple of jars. We got a bit of stick.
I forgot you're on your own at the minute, aren't you? I wonder why he's popped in the ship for a couple.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. I knew I should have worn this jumper today.
All right.
Do you know what? You know when you are on your own sometimes, when and you love your family to pieces, as I do, but you know, like just hopping on a line bike, going to the football, then going to the boozer when you're on your own. What?
You think you've got a
You've got
freedom.
no responsibility.
Well, you've got no responsibility. You've got a freedom that you don't really know what to do with. Like, you feel you have to do something, you don't know what to do with it. It's that same feeling as when you go through, the toll, and there's no lanes on the road, and you just have it.
Go.
There's no real reason why you do that, but it's that same feeling when the family are away.
Yeah. I mean, my oldest is here. He actually went to the game as well, H, and he drove, and I finished, and I said, "What are you up to?" He said, "Oh, we're in the car." He was with his friend, and they went. And I was like, "Well, I'm on my own." So,
Well, they went to the ship.
No, they drove home, and I jumped back on a line bike all through the fans.
God, he loves a line bike, doesn't he? Like,
They're great.
you should have your own range, Sid. Orange bikes. It would be great.
Funny, yeah? Yeah, funny.
I went on my first line bike the other day. I absolutely loved it. Someone
Why
wrote
are you
in,
all on
didn't
line
they,
bikes?
and said,
What's going on? Have you not done it yet?
silly.
I've never done it.
Oh, you will love it.
Oh, mate, this that first push off where you absolutely ping it.
Yeah. You go.
It's
They're
unbelievable.
electric.
Oh, well, let's do one after the pod one week. We'll jump on a line bike.
Why
I
do you
still
all get
don't
on
really
line
understand
bikes?
how you can just dash the bike anywhere. I don't really understand.
No, you got to take pictures of it now.
Yeah. Park up, take a picture of it. It says, can you take a picture of your parking? And it says, good parking, tick, away you go.
Yeah, you got to take a picture of where you've left it now. You can't just leave it anywhere.
No.
So, Sid, you had a bit of a... I mean, that's a Steve Sidwell weekend, isn't it? Two of your former clubs. You go to Chelsea.
Yep.
Reading as well. How has it been? I saw a picture go up on Instagram as well.
Yep.
Got to see a few of the old boys.
For the old
there.
boys,
Your old
yeah.
gaffer.
See the gaffer, Steve Coppell, looking great, Nick, 70 years old. Looks dynamite.
And then, get this, Pete, it's Reading Festival this weekend as well.
It is, yeah.
So you'll be... You've told me you're keen.
I'm keen.
I'm keen now as well if you're going, because think about it, the King of Reading at Reading Festival. This is going to be like, you know, when who was it? Was it Giggs who bought out Drake halfway through his set, and everyone went mental. It's one of the best videos. Giggs bringing out Drake at Reading.
Is that where he runs? Is that where does he walk out to the middle? Like
He's
not in the
running
PSG
out.
shirt, it's not that
Everyone's just throwing everything in the way. It's like feral. It's used as the epitome of an example between UK crowds and US crowds. It's awesome. It looks so good. And it comes out, it's okay. Like, unbelievable. We've got to get Sids doing that at Reading as well. Wouldn't that be mad?
Absolutely
like whoever's
no chance.
headlining Saturday night.
No. You're
We'll get Sids out
Ladies and
like that.
gentlemen, Steve Sidwell. He comes up, okay. And the whole crowd just starts bouncing.
Mate, it's the wrong crowd there. New woke generation. New woke generation. They'd be like, who's this boy band? Who the fuck is this guy?
We've got to do it. I want to roll around Reading Festival with Steve Sidwell. It'd be awesome.
Okay, well, let's go. I'm down to go.
Oh my God. I've not been to Reading Festival. I met my wife there. I've not been there for ages.
I've never done it, believe it or
I
not.
didn't meet her there. It was like the first date sort of thing. Went back to her in-laws afterwards. Always remember waking up in the morning and hearing her dad outside the door and thinking, shit. And like looking out the window, you know how you make hungover decisions, looking out the window and he's got gates at the end of his drive. And I looked at them thinking like, I'm just gonna have to climb them. I was going to do a proper like out the window and then climb the gates to get out of there. And I had to be on the radio that day. Honestly, it was so stressful.
Hold on, just rewind this 1 second. So you met her at the festival?
No, I didn't
or
mean, it was like first date sort of thing.
Okay, so
really.
first
like,
dates.
Met her before.
Yeah. Oh no, wait there. Yeah. So you stayed at her house on the first day?
In-laws.
On the first day?
No Rudies.
Did
I
he?
was in
No,
a
I'm
spare
not
room.
saying
I
that.
did try.
I'm not saying that, but that's still some going. That is.
Yeah,
Chris,
because
does he know this now? Does the father-in-law know this now?
I think. Well, he knew I was there at the time. Yeah, because I could hear he was not.
Gates, though.
He was not happy. No, he wasn't. He was not happy. And I just thought, rather than have to go onto the landing here and deal with meeting you don't want to meet the family the day after Reading Festival, do you?
No.
You don't want to do it.
I don't want to meet anyone the day after Reading Festival.
So I contemplated a down the gutter over the gate sort of vibe. But then that would have been weirder with hindsight because he knew I was in there. So that would be weirder knowing that I was in there and then then he looks outside and I'm dashing it over a gate. Like,
he probably would have come prepped with a cup of coffee for you.
he's the soundest bloke though. He would now. That's the thing. He'd welcome me. Well, I'm married to her, so it's different.
If he doesn't, you're in trouble.
It's funny how it changes, isn't it? Like you look then and now. It's like it'd be dead sound because they live near Reading Festival, so it'd be dead sound about it now. Like,
I just love it if you'd still never met him and you're still trying to scale the gates every time you see him.
yeah, mate. Or once a year as a like anniversary tradition, I leave via the window and over the gate.
Brilliant. down the road.
Oh, go on, lad. Let's do Reading Festival.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've got a busy day on Saturday, but I'll come join you in the evening.
Just back to the football, lads. I was at Stamford Bridge. I'd done the game. Did any of you see the Oliver Glasner, Palace manager, and Mark Gahey after the game with the fans?
So he's blanked him, Sids, right? You were at the game. What's your take on it?
Yeah, do you know what? It's one of them ones where you can... There's sort of two scenarios on this. So it's after the game. They go and clap the fans. I think Mark Gahey's gone over already to clap, and then he's on his way back. And then Oliver Glasner's going over, and he goes to call him. I don't know whether to go back over to clap or whether just to have a chat. And you can clearly see Mark Gahey look over and kind of sort of do that with his hand, and then just sort of blank him and walk straight to the tunnel. And then Glasner, and it's literally the worst thing for a manager. It's on the camera, live on Sky. So he's got to front it, and then he sort of stands there, and he goes to Mateta and says, like, what's wrong with him? So I think there's two scenarios in this. Palace weren't great in the second half, right? They was very good in the first half. Second half, they weren't great and probably should have got beat, really. So whether he's just so disappointed in terms of the way that they've sort of let the game slide because they was in control first half and he was disappointed, or there's the other scenario where he's already thanked the fans, he's trying to get him back over to do it, and he's just said, I've already done it. Yeah. But it doesn't sit well and look well on the cameras.
It doesn't look well, but then the angle on it, Pete, as well, when you see it, I don't know, it looks like you can't quite see if he's said nothing or if he's just sort of very quickly gone like, done it, or like... Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, unless there's something I haven't seen here.
I think listen, that we wouldn't read anything into this if it wasn't some speculation around his future. It looks, if he'd done that anyway, there would have been nothing made of it. It's just the fact that was it Newcastle, Liverpool, lots of rumours circulating that he might be leaving.
Yeah, I do as well. And as well, I think looking at him and his personality and his character and what you hear coming out of Crystal Palace, he's not going to ruffle feathers. I mean, they're looking like they're going to try and get a deal done for him to go. But he's playing week in, week out. The World Cup's at the end of the season. He's got to sort of play his cards right here. And I don't think he's one to just sort of do, I don't want to mention it, but Isak can just,
But yeah, okay. But then let's entertain the idea for a second. He has just ignored or blanked or whatever the word is. Is that like, are we reading too much into that even in the worst case scenario here? He might not have heard. He might not have wanted to speak to the manager on a camera because he knows of this speculation and everything. I mean, you forget that the players are literally seeing a camera following them around. Like, they're guarded at that point. Maybe you don't want to speak to your manager. You know what the optics are of it. Do you know what I mean? Sort of similar to this as well, but slightly different. I read something. This must be bollocks, but I'd love to know if this is true. Right?
Love it. What an opening line.
This must be bollocks. Neymar gets a clapping bonus.
Oh, I did see that.
Have you seen
I think that was when he was at PSG.
When he was at PSG, yeah.
That a ridiculous bonus as well.
200 grand every time he goes and claps the fans. Can we Google this? Let's have a look.
No. It's definitely online.
I saw this.
Whether it's true or not.
So he'll just go and clap the fans, and he gets 100,000.
200 bags every time he claps the fans. Yeah, he had a clapping bonus in his contract.
That cannot be true. That cannot be true. Seriously. I mean, it's everywhere. I have seen this, but
Google's saying it's true.
I wonder if there's a duration where he has to do it, where it has to be like a minimum of a minute, or whether he can literally just do one clap, one sync clap, and then go.
But you can't reward that.
Imagine that.
That's.
The only thing in our day that might have happened was if you returned after the summer without the clap, you get a bonus.
Hey, that's wild. Did you get STI tested when you came back from the summer?
No.
Not
unless you were pulled the doc in a private room, but you could have done,
Yeah.
But it wasn't a standard thing. Right, eye test, dental, right, STI.
Drug, STI.
No, No. Talking of STIs, Chris Wood.
Yes. Blimey. Okay.
Chris Wood.
Just have a look at this, Crouchy. Sid's knuckle here. We don't know what he's done with his little finger or where it's been, but he has got some sort of Quasimodo style hump on there.
Looks like when you like flat like that, it looks like a crocodile.
That is like a knuckle extension, isn't it? That's like a knuckle on knuckle.
I really don't know where that's come from. I was looking for because we've got an influx of false widows. False widows.
It might be a false widow.
Doesn't look like there's a bite on there, but yeah, I don't know. The wife said arthritis.
I can't believe the old false nine shout has gone to spiders now. They're going to get a false widow now.
That's so true.
The false two, the false nine, now the false widow.
We've got to get that in this season. What else can we get in? We got to get it. We got to get it into other things. It'll just drop in.
Keep an eye on that, Sids.
Can I just say, Granit Xhaka as well led Sunderland to a 3-0 win. Obviously, I'm not sure how much he knew of his new teammates. We raised that in the last episode. But yeah, obviously gone and done the business there with a 3-0 win over West Ham. I did back Sunderland as potentially a team that could stay up. I think they bought really well and they've started fantastic. I do worry for West Ham though.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, just on Sunderland, the home form is massive for any team that comes up, and we see that from Sunderland and Leeds against Everton, who are poor. And do you know what? You're right. I think you got to worry for a Brentford, a West Ham.
Yeah,
I mean, Wolves. They got done for by Man City, who were unbelievable.
Yeah, but Wolves as well, I think, are in that three. And if you look at Leeds and Sunderland, certainly at home, I think they're going to pick up points.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Do you think that is more likely in the start of the season where you see a team like Leeds, for example, and that new energy at the start of the season? Do you think that's harder to maintain in the second half and therefore it's vital to get well ahead in sort of this period of the season?
I think you're spot on, Chris. Yeah, I think like the energy, the sprints, the closing down, like the atmosphere. I mean, if they keep that up for the whole season, they're going to be fine. I was really, really impressed with them, Leeds.
Yeah, we mentioned, didn't we, about first game of the season when teams go to a newly promoted team. When we see that, we see on the weekend, Leeds at home beat Everton. Sunderland beat West Ham 3-0 at home. Burnley go away, tough place, Spurs.
Yeah,
get it done.
Yeah.
Home form we key, especially that first bit of the season, because the fans are flying. They're buzzing their back. Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere at every stadium, I think, the weekend, just because football was back everywhere, up and down the country, it just seemed like the weather was great. It just seemed like it was a real buzz for the weekend.
Yeah, totally. And shall we briefly mention the Everton penalty as well? I think consensus here is that it felt harsh.
Feels harsh, yeah. I mean, I think it might just hit him just below the T-shirt line, but he's got his arm really down. He's not meant it, and it took a deflection. How difficult is that to get out of it? I think if he doesn't give a penalty, I think they don't overturn it. The fact that he did.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But are we in the realm now of even if you can't physically move your arm, it's a penalty if you're sort of in any way leaning towards the ball? Is that how it is now? Or like you've got to just stand perfectly erect at all times with your arms by your side?
Why are you laughing? Why, Charles?
I don't know. Like that's what I mean. Like, are we? Because then the game's going to go mental. If everyone is stood like a pencil, like if everyone has to stand like that to avoid penalties, it's going to go mad.
I think in any walk of life, if you lean into something erect, you're going to get punished.
Right. Okay. We're trying to have a sensible chat here about the football. It's been dragged into the gutter.
Right, let's get into some games. This next part of the podcast is supported by Paddy Power. It's the big weekend fixture. This is Manchester City versus Spurs. City are 2-5. Spurs are 6-1 to go to the Etihad and get a result. So good odds on Spurs if you fancy it. Listen, they've they've proved that they're definitely better than last season. I think Kudus looked sharp, but City looked back to it. I thought it's one of those where you're like, we're only ignoring City for the league title because they weren't themselves last year. But getting Rodri back, Reinders looks unbelievable player. Cherky looks like unreal. Haaland looks back to his best.
They look great.
John Stones, he struggled for fitness last year. Are we not ignoring the fact that these are going to be right up there?
Yeah,
I think you are absolutely spot on. I think this could be a Pep masterclass.
Yeah,
I think he at some point during last season knew he wasn't going to win the league, right? And he's just done like a little secret folder for this season, right? Honestly, and he's just going to unfold. Honestly, I think there's a chance that City could blow this one away because his team talk over the summer would be, listen, everyone's talking Liverpool, everyone's talking Arsenal, no one's even mentioned us. We've won the title 6 years out of the last 8. Like, he's near enough won a title every time he's managed in his career.
Yeah. Disrespect.
And then they've just gone and blown walls to pieces, right? I think this could be this season, Pep could be
He looked
one of the
great
best.
as well. Like, just on a kind of like, just checking with Pep, like he looked well this weekend and vibrant and, dare I say it, healthy. But like it was interesting, the questions that got asked of him, how he answered them in relation to the chances this season. I think he's well aware of how people are talking about City. He's not having to pretend to front it because of last season. And I think you're both bang on. I think we should be really considering them as coming back this season, literally back stronger. They looked awesome.
Do you think, obviously they've got Pep Linders in as well, from Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's assistant, and like it looked like they were having a little bromance. Like it's almost like he's brought something new as well, and like he's kind of I don't know, opened him up to a little bit of how Liverpool played when they won the league. And if you get that blend of Man City's kind of possession football and then the heavy metal football as well, blended together, that is some mix.
See, Pep masterclass. Yeah, I think this the Pep file.
Having said that, Spurs, I was happy with them as well. I think they look good.
Spurs, Pep was saying that Richarlison, that was his best game ever in a Spurs shirt. He was electric.
Back stronger, I would say. He looked like all he needs is a manager that believes in him. Thomas Frank has played him a lot in pre-season. He obviously likes him. I think he's going to love his shithousery. And what a finish. The old Bicey.
Yeah. Crouch special.
Oh, beautiful. We should recap on the league, actually. The current standings are 3 to me. I got Brighton, Fulham, 1-1, correct score. And that was the only real scoring of the weekend. Chris, 0, Sid, 0. So I've got off to an absolute fly here.
I went with Tucker's 19s predictions last weekend, which was a mistake with hindsight. Lovely guy, I'm sure. And we need to give him a call at some point, I think, and get him on the pod. But I'm afraid I can't go with Tucker's anymore. I've whacked a picture up on Instagram, as I always do, to get everyone's predictions. Some of the comments are already good. It's only been up 5 minutes. Al Brown says, tell Steve Nitzwell that's a lovely polo. Honestly, everyone loves you today, Sid. Like James Norse. Great names. Tell Fanta Pubes he's looking very suave. I see your predictions, James. Lewis says never bat the early kickoff. That's an interesting theory, isn't it? Is it harder to predict?
I've heard that quite a bit. Quite a few people say that.
And Dan Bishon says, I predict, so out the games we're doing, we haven't said what they are yet, but I'll just give you a little tease. His predictions are ball draw, followed by a Desmond, followed by a Wolverhammering.
Oh.
Wolverhammering.
New word unlocked.
All right, okay.
Okay, so City Spurs should be a good game this, I reckon.
Can I just say Spurs to repeat their 4-0 win? Do you remember that happened last year? Any takers on that? 200-1. 10 against you 2010.
I can't see it happening.
No.
Right, go on, Pete, kick us off.
No. So you boys go because I'm obviously leading. You know, you never look down in a dogfight, do you?
Oh, did you hear that?
I did hear
He's
that.
gone early doors. Look at him.
It's 2-1 or 3-1 according to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure on that. Give me 1 second. Let me have a quick check in. Michael Dillon thinks 3-1. Should we find someone with a funky name? Darren Murphy.
Does a?
No, it's not him, but a different Darren Murphy. 3-1. I'm good. Do you know what? I might have to bat this. Joe Treasure. That's a great name. Shall I just go with whatever? Treasure.
Yeah.
That is what you are. It's a Bruno Mars song, isn't it?
Go on.
Joe Treasure's gone 3-1. I'm going to back him.
Okay, 3-1. 3-1.
I'll be honest with you. That's what I was going to go for at the start. I won't now though.
All right, you're going 3-1 to Spurs, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
What? No. That's poor from you.
What?
Switch on.
Switch on.
That's
Switch
sneaky.
on.
Switch on.
Zoned out.
You're talking to me like your coaching badges just came into play there.
I'm going to go 2-0 City, which I hate doing a clean sheet, but 2-0. Pep Files,
Well,
let's go.
I'm going to go 3-2. I think Tottenham will give a really good account of themselves. Loads of goals. Do I get an extra point?
Yes, Pete. What we're going to do, I think we're going to roll that over from last season. So if you do a prediction where it's, I guess you call it 4.5 goals, so minimum 5 goals in the game plus as your prediction, you get an extra point if it comes off. So potential there for 4 points. So if you do go 3-2, then that is massive, yes.
That could be huge. Okay, lads, we've got Paddy's Boost here. We each pick a leg of the Crouchy Pod Bet Builder. The odds are they're boosted on the website by 20%. I'm going for a player to score first. That's Haaland. I'm going for Haaland to score first. He's going to have a great season this year.
All right, Sid?
A player to be carded, I'll go with Palina.
And I'm going to go for a player to have 2+ shots on target. I'm going to go Marmouche.
Nice.
Okay, the odds are correct as I'm recording. Please gamble responsibly. Moving on now to an intriguing game here in West London. Brentford versus Villa. How do we see it?
A disappointing opening weekend for Brentford. Wasn't at the races at all. 3-0 down against Forest. Villa, obviously you see the game, Pete. You said it wasn't. Well, I mean, I watched a bit of it as well.
Slightly concerned as well, mate, to be honest, about Villa. I think Brentford, having lost Mbuemo, Flecker, Norgard, I think they're strengthened with Kelleher in goal. Jordan Henderson's in there. But I don't know. Obviously losing their manager as well, Thomas Frank. I do worry for them. And home form's going to be vital for them, isn't it?
Yeah, especially home form. I don't see anything past the Villa win here.
Yeah, I think so. And you've got to look at that first game in the context that it was. First game of the season. And a red card as well in that game, wasn't there? So
yeah, Consa.
Did all right to maybe keep it at 0-0. Good noises.
Do you know what? I've done that before. Who's clipped that before and sent it to me? You did, didn't you?
We got to clip all of Sid's little noises beforehand. Get them all together.
Right.
A compilation.
I'm going to go...
You sound like a false widow nibbling on your knuckle. Or a snake.
I think Villa win this. Ollie Watkins could go back and score at Brentford. I'm going to go for a Villa. 3-1.
Interesting.
Villa 3-1 away win. It's a big shout.
I think Villa win as well. I don't know if there's as many goals. Consensus for me is Villa win. That's what the people are saying. I'm gonna go 2-0 Villa.
Oh, you killed him. He was gonna go 2-0.
I was going 2-0. Okay, I'll go Villa 2-1.
No one back in Brentford as well. It's all a bit one-sided, these predictions so far. Boring. The crowd are not booing yet, but there's a sort of that horrible murmur that's happening. One or two people getting up and just lobbing abuse towards us.
A few early walkouts.
Yeah. Just starting.
Okay. Yeah, but you've got to be single-minded in this game, I've realised. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to not to do the forfeit.
Yeah, it's a dogfight.
Moving on to Bournemouth Wolves.
Again, this is another tough one. I mean, I thought Bournemouth were absolutely superb up at Anfield. Got to say, I thought they were great. Love the manager, considering I think they lost three defenders and the keeper. In the off season, and still attacked Liverpool. They went for it. Semenyo was great.
Semenyo's obviously was massive for them, right? Yeah. He's a player, isn't he?
Yeah, and to do what he done after receiving that abuse was not on at all. But fair play to him. Wolves really struggled against City. Really struggled. Didn't really see any sort of bright spark from them. I think, Pete, you can go first on this one.
Well, I've seen enough of Bournemouth. I thought defensively, they might concede, but I still think Bournemouth can score goals. I'm going to go for Bournemouth 3-1.
Oh, I like that. I think Wolves can nick this.
Go on, then. I warn you, I'm going for Bournemouth. But these are the points of difference. Like, why don't you back Wolves?
I don't see Wolves having enough to beat Bournemouth at home. What did you go for, Pete? 2-1.
3-1.
Okay, I'm going to go Bournemouth win, and I'm going to say 2-0 for Bournemouth.
Bastard. Yep, that's what I was going to do. So you've got 3-1, Pete.
Yeah.
2-0. So then I guess it's whether Wolves get a goal for me. 2-1 or 3-1. I really wanted 2-0. So I'm going to go Bournemouth 3-0.
That's a convincing win, that.
That is a convincing win. That relies on no goals.
That would mean Wolves have conceded 7 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
Right, there's the league wrapped up for this week. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's get back to when I was in the Chumbawamba. We were talking about pre-season and a return to the Premier League.
Yes, guys, you will have just heard me. I was on holiday. I don't really know where I am anymore. I feel like I'm fucking in the Matrix.
You're like Doctor Who. You were only just on holiday and now you're back in the Chumbawamba.
But I'm there, but I've not recorded it yet.
We're just going to have to explain to everyone what's gone on here.
Yeah, the explanation is we're in a Christopher Nolan film. I don't know who's where, what time zone, what world.
Yeah, but I have done some predictions before this, but I haven't done them yet.
Yeah.
Work that out.
Do you want to give an explanation then?
Well, you worked that out. I feel like Keanu Reeves.
I'm confused and I'm here. God knows
but are you?
I'm really on holiday. No, what's happened here is we weren't 100% convinced that we could rely on connecting to Peter Crouch on holiday. The bit that you've just heard, we weren't sure that was going to happen. So in an emergency, what we thought we would do is record this stuff in the Chumbawamba whilst we're all together so that we can add it on to the other podcast. And in the worst case scenario, if we can't get hold of Crouchy because he's a bit too pissed or something, or the tech fails us, we could just play this out instead. So you're getting the best of both worlds. Pete on holiday and Pete before his holiday.
Basically, like, Ab was firing questions at me. And it was one of the best evenings we had in the whole trip. Kids in bed. Yeah. And one of the lads had sent me a quiz question. She saw I was deep in thought. She said, I've not had enough of this. Obviously, she GBT'd it and started coming up with some amazing questions. And we did it for hours.
Football questions.
Oof. It was fantastic. Well, there was the first 2 Italians in the Premier League to have won the Premier League. That's a good one. And then there was one other question.
Crouchy is a good one. This guy has played in the Manchester Derby, the Merseyside Derby, North London Derby, and the Glasgow Derby.
Kolo Touré?
Yes. Yes.
Kolo
well
Touré.
done. See, I thought it was a Paul Stewart one because Paul Stewart's played Merseyside, Manchester,
People
believe
forget.
Glasgow.
People forget he played for Celtic. Kolo Touré.
North London. Yeah, that's the one that got me.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? Abby guessed Yaya. I swear. She went Yaya Touré and I went, it's Kolo Touré. That's teamwork for you.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
There you are.
Anyway.
How did she guess that? Even that as a guess is an odd one.
Well, Sid's got it straight away, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Sid.
Some people get zoned out there, but I was fully zoned in.
No, you were dialed.
There's almost a challenge Crouchy segment here, isn't it? You've got one of those kind of freaky pub quizzy or 4 a.m.
One of my favourites. The
questions,
The Italian one's good. What I wanted to get into, obviously, it's the first week of the season. We've had the first results. How did you find the first game, Sid? Is there any first games that really stick out for you? You've had a good pre-season.
Yeah.
You've got into the first game. Is there anything that really sticks out for you?
It's mad, isn't it? Because when pre-season comes, I know we're going to dwell on pre-season, but you can't wait to get, like, obviously you can't wait for the rest when the season finishes. Then you can't wait to get back in the last sort of few days of your rest. You can't wait to come back in and start training. And then when you start going through the years, you kind of know your body through pre-season. Yeah, like you normally have 4 or 5 pre-season games, and then you know when the fixtures is out, first week in August, that you're going to be ready for that game. And 9 times out of 10, you feel good, you're buzzing, whether you're at home or away. Again, it's often shining, pitches are glistening, good zip on there, and then you get pumped.
There's nothing worse.
Do you know what?
You've done so well the whole summer.
Yeah.
Done everything correctly. You've won games, you've scored goals, you've played well,
Yeah.
and then you get dicked in the first game.
Yeah, a few of them have happened. One was at Reading when we ended up getting promoted, got beat by Plymouth at home 2-0 or 2-1, got booed off the pitch.
First game.
Booed off the pitch at Reading, yeah. And then the other one was Aston Villa versus Stoke, away at Stoke when they just got promoted, which I always think is a banana skin.
Yeah.
Playing a team that's just got promoted, their first home game, who was the striker? He flicked the ball
Ricardo
over.
Fuller.
I think
It's not the one where he flicked it over.
flicked over Larson's
The one
head.
where he turned the flick, that's an unbelievable goal.
Flicked over, I think it was Larson's head.
He could play, Ricardo Fuller.
Yeah, and just the roar of Stoke, it was like, whoa, this could be a long season.
Yeah, but also you're in a game there. That's the thing. Like, that's a team that's recently been promoted, but you don't realise kind of how good they are.
Yeah.
Obviously, they stayed up, and ended up being quite a team in the Premier League,
established Premier League team,
you know. So, but you don't know that. You go, oh, this is a team coming up. We've got to go there and roll them over.
Yeah.
No.
But the mad thing is, the team talk, but like we'd have all heard that team talk. Listen, don't take these for granted. They're going to come out. The crowd will be on their side. Let's try and flatten the mood. Just couldn't get a foothold in the game. And there's obviously been ones where we've won, of course, but
but the opposite of what you're saying there, just on losing it, is it only then? How early into the season can you know that you might be fucked?
I think sometimes it's a little bit of a reset, the first one, where it's a little bit of don't get too carried away yet. Like we might have had a few signings come in, you might have thought this would be a great season, and then you're brought straight back down to earth. I think after sort of 6 or 7 games, it can linger, and you'll find out then, but not after the first one. I mean, the gaffer will come in and go, look, boys, maybe a bit of pre-season hangover, I'm not sure, but if we're going to carry on playing like that, it's going to be a long season for everyone.
Nothing worse than that, is there? I remember I was at Portsmouth when we played Chelsea, and tough game anyway, right?
Yeah.
Playing Chelsea. We had a good team at Portsmouth. We thought, no, we can give these a game.
Was that at Fratton Park?
Stamford Bridge.
Oh, at Stamford Bridge, yeah.
I mean, it was a tough game, but I mean, I think it might have been 5 or 6. It was beyond a joke, yeah. And Deco was I thought he was the world's greatest player at that time.
Yeah.
He didn't really do it for Chelsea, did he? But then in that game, I thought, what a player.
Yeah.
He's the best player I've ever seen. Like the stuff he was doing, and I was like, we're gonna be bagging trouble. But we end up having a good season.
Yeah.
Do you get straight back into the routine of it, or how much sort of does the choreography of the pre-match change season on season? Do you get spoken to before the game about, right, boys, what you've actually got to do this time now is go parade out and salute something or wave to a flag or whatever it is?
Do you know what? That's right, because sometimes when a new manager comes in, you'll have a different route. Like it's a different pre-match routine, isn't it?
Ooh, does throw you a bit.
Normally it's the same, but sometimes it can be a bit different, and you'll learn that routine in pre-season, especially towards the back end of it when you play the final home game, the warm-up game. But then when it's the first game of the season, you run out and there's a crowd, and you're like, I'm used to doing this, but this is all different. It can. I know there's a lot of players that are superstitious, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not sure about this."
It does throw you.
It does, doesn't it?
Even the new kits and the new boots. I didn't like. There's players that cope with new boots. I didn't like wearing new boots ever.
Did you not?
I hated it.
Oh, I loved it.
No, I would wear one, maybe 2 pairs of boots for the whole season if I could.
Like Jack Grealish. Scuffed.
I'd love to. I just like them when they're all soft and I know it's a bit old school, but the players that wore like JT would change at half time, put a brand new pair on.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my head around that. Yeah. That's not for me. And I didn't like either the new kits, new boots. Not a fan.
Yeah. But on the flip side, if you had, there has been times where the kit was revealed, and then you've done the photo shoot beforehand. You go, this kit's nice. I can't wait to wear this kit.
Yeah.
We had a few of them. Remember that at Fulham? Actually, I think it was the first game of the season. It was the first game of the season. It was Norwich at home, and we beat them 4 or 5. I think Mladen Petric, who we signed, scored 2, and I had been injured the previous season for the back end of the season quite a while with my groin, and come on and scored a penalty. Scored a penalty in the first home game. Yeah,
you come on and
scored. Yeah. Which was nice.
To take the penalty.
Come on, literally about 80th minute. I think Petric had gone off and a few of the strikers gone off, and we got a pen and no one really grabbed the ball, and I was like, I love that. Yeah. Put it in the back of the net. Yeah.
What about...
straight away. Yeah, loved it.
Beautiful.
Loved it. You must have scored on the opening day.
Yeah, like none stick out in my mind, but I would like to think I have.
Oh, you don't know.
No, I can't remember.
How much when you run out?
So many.
when you run out and you see, if you're a few seasons in as well, how familiar is it, the fans in certain places, or do you pick out the same characters? Or
yeah, that one got me.
That must be a nice feeling.
There was one I always remember. There was a couple like at Spurs, and I remember one particularly, like you speak to some of the boys who play for West Ham, like they know some of the season ticket holders that give them fucking stick every week. You know what I mean? Like there was one at Tottenham, I always remember it. And I think there might be some footage of it happening actually. He gave me grief every week, this fella. One fella. I always remember where he was. It was like opposite the bench, Wild Lane. And lower tier, so I could hear him. And every time I went over that, I'd just get fucking grief from him. I remember walking, when you do the left one at the end of the thing? Yeah. And I think he come down and he said something, and I just thought, fuck it. And I lost it a little bit with him. And it's just, like there's one, like you speak to Rio, Joe Cole, there's an areas or there's certain areas, But
then first day of the season, are you running out and hearing that voice cutting through?
That one fella, I'm like, renewed. I'm playing.
Renewed.
The fucker's renewed.
He's got his season ticket there, he's waving at you.
He's like, we go again, Crouchy, you useless wanker.
I swear, he fucking hated me so much.
Bobby Zamora had one as well. I remember Bobby at Fulham, and it was just one as well. He was just right at the goal, and he used to give Zamo stick, and he was a big overweight fella. And when Bobby used to, and it was a season that I think he was flying in after, and every goal he scored, you watch back at some of his goals, he gets like a burger, because the fella's always eating a burger as well in the stand, and he's there just doing like munching a burger. Imagine, I was like, why'd you lower yourself to that? It's like,
but it gets you, right? Although you don't, I never ever bit the whole season, I didn't bite at all until when I'm walking now and the game's not even on, so I've got nothing else to concentrate on, and he still gives me some grief. Nah. I was like, will you fuck off, you?
But they're like regulars in a pub. Do you know what I mean? The odd character here or there. And whereas you can walk into a pub, you might not recognise the same people every time. There's something quite cool about starting the season. It's reassuring in a way, even if they are being a bit...
Yeah.
Well, you've all been there in grounds where there's that one person that's just negative.
Also, some people's voices in a crowd, you can't explain it. They just cut through more than others. I could shout as loud as I could try, right? And it won't get to the pitch. It won't get there. Yeah, there's one lady who's 3 rows behind. Whenever I sit in the rookery, 3 rows behind, and her voice, I don't know if it's not necessarily the volume, it's the pitch of it or something, cuts through like glass.
What's it like for fans? So from a fan's point of view, obviously we're on the bus, we're going to the stadium for the first day. Obviously we're excited. From a fan's point of view, you're leaving like you're buzzing as soon as you woke up. I guess.
But also from a fan's point of view, when you turn up at the next season, right, and you sit down, and the twat that you sat next to the whole year has renewed. Yeah, you go for fuck it.
Renewed.
You know what I mean? He's the one that you just don't want to be next to.
Yeah, but it's like moving house because you think you're going to be there every week. You don't want someone to move in behind you.
And also, what if you have a good one and now you have a different one? It's like, hold on a minute, where's Jeff gone?
That's what I mean. It is interesting, but that's the interesting first day of the season. From my point of view, is you turn up in your season ticket seats and it's like, who's knocking around? It's great seeing the same faces again. And it is like, I always think when the season starts up again, it's like the world's healed a little bit. Can't explain it. You get so distracted in the summer.
How much better is it when the English Football League has started again?
Yeah.
Everything's been renewed.
Do you know what it is? It's like
Peter
a bit of
Crouch podcast is back. The football's back on. Everything's... We're safe.
Even, the first couple of games, I know what you're saying about a manager coming in, but I actually think you're a little bit forgiving as a football fan just for the sake of you write off, or you can conceivably write off the first 1 or 2 as just go, it's just good to have it back. Do you know what I mean? You're not so angry because you're just happy the football's back.
Don't you think even the first match of the day,
mate.
Get it on, bang.
Yeah.
We're safe again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't know where I was before. Didn't know what day it was.
Well, it's true.
Do you know what I mean?
So true.
I know now it's a Saturday night. We're sweet. We've got to chill tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all good.
When you come back in as a fan at Watford, have you still got the same season ticket now, or have you moved?
Yeah, I've got the same ones.
And is it the immediate people around you? Are they near enough the same?
Roughly the same, I think. I've only seen one game so far in the tickets.
Yeah,
because first game Charlton was away, which I didn't go to. Yeah, I think it's roughly the same. But that's so lovely as well because you break away from them for the summer, don't you? You don't see them.
Yeah.
It's football friends, isn't it?
Thinking of the Everton fans as well, I don't know how it plays with moving a stadium. Like, can you sit conceivably in a similar or surround by, or is it a total shake-up of the fans?
Well,
I'd actually like to know that.
Yeah, and also as a player, I've never had that of a new stadium. Like the clubs change stadiums when I've been there. Have you ever had that?
No, because Tottenham moved to a new stadium, but I only played at White Lane.
I've not done because all your fans, all your family, going to be in a different area. It's a whole new experience, I suppose.
Yeah,
for players.
I think get your emails in. Let us know about the start of the season. Like, are you sitting around the same people? Has someone new moved in that you don't particularly like or do like?
Yeah,
ended up being best mates with. There's certain people that would have sat in the same position 20, 30 years and just had a football friend that they don't see outside of the football, but you speak to at the game. How have you been? Chat to there.
Even grub. Or a beer, it might be a certain pie where you go, I can't wait to tuck into that pie.
Yeah. Also, you know what they drink. They sit down, they have a Bovril and a cheese slice.
Yeah, maybe in honour of Maria there as well. We can kind of throughout the season go club to club. If there is a sort of, we'll find the screamer of Everton of United.
Yeah. What about the fella at Southampton? Have you seen his dance moves? Have you seen him? He's by the way, he's got number 69 on his shirt as well. Have you seen him? What's he called? Big Mick or something? 69.
You talk about people in the zone. He is in the zone there.
Some of his moves.
You could put him there. You could pick him up, literally put him in O Beach in Ibiza. Wouldn't look out of place.
What a legend. Do you think we should touch on the fact that the what's it called? The boss, the Ibiza boss.
Oh, you want to talk about him?
Do you think we should get him on? I know. He's
a Geordie, isn't he?
He's gone big time now, hasn't he? The Ibiza boss. What are our thoughts?
He's a Geordie, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a Geordie.
He is.
I mean, he's going to love his football, that's for sure. He's going to be passionate.
If you had to guess where he was on the planet,
just from that
picture on the right there, what Chris, you got any thoughts on the Ibiza bus?
It's just it's a very confusing situation the world's in at the moment. Like, I'm all for him. Like, I really hope he goes out and earns an absolute wedge out of all of this stuff.
I'm sure he will.
Wild how it catches on. But I just think, you have icons growing up, don't you? And it's crazy. It's crazy. It can come from anywhere now, it feels. And really, the Ibiza boss is no different to what we're talking about here, which is, a character you might find in your local football club. Taking a video, sending it to us whacking it up on the podcast, and suddenly they're, standing up with whatever DJ in the middle of Pasha and earning absolute coin.
But I think it just shows you that, you can be just a regular Southampton fan like this guy. Have a look at the dance moves on.
He's absolutely having it.
P. Dawson, is it? Yeah, P. Dawson 69. People...
Not a care in the world.
But if you look around him, right, nobody is batting an eyelid. He must do this on a regular occurrence. Look at him, look.
Everyone's just walking by.
Look at him. He's like, it's like faithless.
So does he do this before every game, do you think?
He's got to look at him, look.
If that's something that happens before every game, that for me is way preferable to the Arsenal song than the North London Forever. But put him in the middle of the pitch and let him do that.
Yeah.
Start of every game. What a guy.
Look, he's your equivalent to the guys abroad that are on that little stand with the the microphone.
I just love the fact he's just put a cheeky 69 on the back.
It's happening more and more. You sent us something into the WhatsApp group saying there's 69s everywhere at the moment.
Everywhere.
Real resurgence.
Yeah, it really
I think
is.
we should try and venture that one out as well, down to not just 69, but screaming fans and even dancing fans down to lower leagues, down to non-leagues.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they're
we're
everywhere.
going to hear them even more there. So,
Mate, every club has a character. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Our job is to find them. And we want them in the very best possible way. This is celebratory. This isn't a piss take. This is celebrating our great nation of ours. And the characters that live in our
Get your emails
stadiums.
in and send them in to us. There's this fella at my local club and we love him.
Yeah.
He's the main man. Get him in and we'll IB for Boston.
We're going to go again for another season. Crouchy, the email address is?
Still don't know that, Chris. It's peter.crouch@acast.com.
It's good to be back, isn't it? Boys, I saw this thing. I was watching Sheffield United against Bristol City. There was a free kick taken for Bristol City by Scott Twine.
what a free kick as well.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Great free kick. He goes off to celebrate and tries to give it the knee slide, but his knees dig into the ground.
Yeah.
And then all the players obviously crowd in, but he looked injured from it. And I think he got away with it. I'm not too sure on the repercussions of it, but everyone was speculating in the commentary. It was a bit like, oh shit, he might have injured himself here. Ooh. Awful, because it was a great free kick. Has that ever happened to either of you? And do you think managers ever had a word with you about calming down celebrations?
Yeah.
Because it's mad to get injured from a celebration.
I heard it. I remember it was Bobby Robson pulled Lamana Lua. Do you remember Lua? He used to do the system backflips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he pulled a hamstring from it. Yeah. Yeah, it might have been either at Portsmouth under Harry or Newcastle at Bobby Robson. But he definitely pulled a hamstring from doing his flips.
Yep. I'll tell you one that got injured with a knee slide. Patrick Vieira versus Manchester United at Highbury, where the ball come to the edge of the box. You went to whip it. Do you remember? He whipped it, hit the underside of the crossbar. Yeah. Schmeichel was in goal. Done the knee slide. I think he pulled his thigh.
The knee slide, I think,
and that was a slippery surface. But that Twine one, is
dry.
Bone.
I've always thought about the knee slide. Like I've never been into it. Like the thought of me doing a knee slide, I never did it in my whole life. Never. I wouldn't have thought of just for me bending down on my knees is not good. Genuinely.
I can't imagine you knee sliding.
No, I never need a knee slide. Never in my life. It doesn't make it. I can't do it. Number one, I'm potentially get cramp.
Yeah.
Number 9, like my knee doesn't bend really in that way. Even if I kneel down, I can't do that for more than 5 seconds.
You've got to land those knees. Like it's a bit like landing a plane in that. Sometimes the plane lands and there's a bit of a like double.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes down like that, and then you get the applause and all that. You need a nice smooth. Like
Thierry Henry was the king of it.
I was literally about to say that.
King of it, right?
Absolute king of it. Just he would do it, but and do it like with a bit of a handbrake turn.
Yeah.
It would kind of
You know what I
slide.
mean? What's it called? Drifting. Just drift.
Yeah, but he'd never come out of his pose,
No,
would he?
yeah.
You know, like he'd never.
Yeah.
He'd go down, and he'd slide,
Yeah.
but he'd never come out of his pose. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think if I did it, like it would be horrendous. And my femur is where all my height is. You've never seen a knee to hip ratio in your life like mine.
Why does that sound like a Shakira song?
The knee
hips
to hip
don't
ratio.
lie, do they?
Mate, the knee to hip ratio, you've never seen me like it.
What do you
I reckon that's
mean?
as long.
What?
That's a 32 inside leg. Knee to
Do you
knee to
reckon
hip.
your knee to hip is longer than my leg?
I think it's up there. It's up
It
there.
could be,
It's
couldn't it?
I reckon it's 3/4 of your entire leg.
Well, yeah, come on then.
It's three.
It's not longer than your leg.
Sit down. You sit down. You sit down. If you sit down, because what I'll do is I'll put my leg out. It's like a crap lap dance, this, isn't it?
Honestly,
think-
only on this podcast.
Is
this can
his,
happen.
is that longer than my leg? If you think about it, I'm here. aren't I?
hips
Which-
slightly go back a bit.
Oh, I don't know if I can bend that way, Pete. It's close, isn't it?
Let me get a
I'm
bit.
up here.
Stay there, boys.
I'm up here. I'm up here.
It's close.
Side. Not far off. It's about that much.
There we go.
That's embarrassing for me, isn't it?
There we go.
No, it's just I
would
genuinely have,
I
I
would
have
love
a
it
really
if-
long femur.
If there are some archives of you, even years ago, just doing a bit of a slide.
Well, there is one game, right? My second season in professional football. My entire family, so my mum's side of the family, were City fans. So we played Portsmouth and City at Fratton Park, and I'll always remember it. There's a picture of it actually. I scored. I think it was Nicky Weaver in goal, Richard Dunn.
Yeah.
And last minute, the cross has come over, and I've ended up heading it. But I remember thinking, all my dad's mates, all uncles, all their mates, they're all City fans. I've got them all. I've got 15 tickets, and they're all out in Portsmouth that night. So they're on the beers, and I think I've just scored the winner, right, in the last minute. I just thought it was one of the goals where I was most buzzing.
Yeah.
And I've run and I've tried to do a flip.
What are you thinking?
Oh, so we need to get this.
It's not a flip. It's not a flip.
We need to get this.
It's a head. It's like a roly-poly. It's like a child's roly-poly. And I think I've done a fucking, I've done an Obafemi Martins.
In your head?
In my head, I thought I've just Obafemi Martins it.
If we can't get this, right, we need to contact Portsmouth.
We have found it, lads.
This is incredible.
Right, so that's Robert Prozanecki, by the way, of Real Madrid.
Player.
Real Madrid,
Yeah.
Barcelona fame. What a player.
Yeah.
He put I think I scored 19 goals. 21, I think it was 21 goals all in all in this season. He must have set up 19 of them. Honestly, he put them on my head from everywhere. And I ended up moving to Villa. But this, I remember very, very clearly this goal. I scored it and I was so buzzing. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do Obafemi Martins, Lua, Peter Beagrie, eat your heart out, Hugo Sanchez, not a problem, do the flip. So compare this flip to those players I just mentioned. There it is.
Oh my God. Sorry, we're going to have to replay that. Reload that quickly. Can I say what really makes it the hands up before?
Hands up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm doing
The
it.
hands up before is like, shit, I'm doing it.
Oh,
My God, mate.
like a baby giraffe. That's what the hell? Like, I just found my feet or something.
Oh,
Phenomenal scenes.
Brilliant.
What a moment, though. Honestly, at that time, I'm going to say, like QPR. I just played up to the year at QPR. Then I moved to Portsmouth. Two of my best times of my life.
The robot's iconic. Why, please, if you're playing football this weekend, whatever level, and you score, copy this celebration.
Yeah. What do you even call it? 2
hands up and then a roly-poly. It gives all the swagger of someone who thinks that they're about to do an Aston Marigold or something.
Benson Boone.
Benson Boone.
There he is, look.
do you know what I love? I love you've still got the trademark kiss and the hand.
Still doing
and
the
then,
hand.
and then it's like, I've got to carry this on.
Oh, God. There's that moment. You know that moment, you just paused it out there. That moment where I've gone, that one. I've gone,
that's it.
What the fuck am I doing?
It's happening. That 2 hands in the air is...
I've committed.
Oh, God, it's happening.
Pete, I've committed.
There is so much fun you could have with that. You could put them little things where this is the moment he knew he fucked up.
Yeah. This is the most underrated celebration of all time.
That no one's talked about that before, and that was all off the cuff.
That was brain and body.
That was just
disconnecting.
I'm
quite
really
wonderfully.
excited, and I think I remember singing. They're going to be up there now. They're going to love this.
Were you with Abby at this point?
God no.
Could you imagine your wife watching on?
What the fuck?
I remember with the robot, she did say to me, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, it's bad.
I was with her then. Now she said, "What was that? What was that dance you did?" Right, we're going to do a few listener messages. Here's Crouchy on his holidays. You got some messages there, lads?
We do. Should we get into a couple of messages? Okay, how about this one? This is from Tom, who says he's a Watford fan. Go on, Tom. Regards to you and yours. Great to have you back after a well-earned few weeks off for the summer. I'd like to share something new I tried out for the first weekend of the new season. I like to think of myself as creative and always look for opportunities to mix things up and try something new. Let me know your thoughts on this. This may already be a thing that's quite popular. I wouldn't say I keep up with the latest trends. I'm calling it the Match of the Day Challenge. Essentially, I decided to turn off all goal notifications, not check for any scores the whole way through Saturday, instead waiting until Match of the Day to see the highlights of the games. This means I was watching the highlights as if they were live and having that excitement of not knowing what was going to happen next.
I love this. Love it.
While it was quite tough to avoid the temptation all day Saturday, I didn't actually watch Match of the Day until Sunday morning, as I've got a 14-month-old and there is no way I'm staying up till nearly midnight when it finishes. It felt really nostalgic to experience what it used to be like as a kid when updates from the games weren't available in real time or at your fingertips through a smartphone. I thought it was great and we'll definitely carry on doing this throughout the season for the games on a Saturday at least. Keen to get your thoughts on this. Great idea or utter woke nonsense. P.S. Aware there are some obvious challenges to this if the game is on TV or you are watching the game live at the stadium. Thanks. Now, that's a good point, Tom. Like, it would, in theory, I think, be a lovely idea to watch Match of the Day like a virgin.
I think this is an incredible idea, amazing. But you can't look at your phone. You can't go on WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, TV. You'd have to avoid. I think in this day and age, really, really difficult thing to do. You'd have to just go radio silent on all your friends for the whole weekend.
Yeah, but you'd also need to not have mates talk to you about the football at all and respect your decision to go completely celibate from the football. You'd have to wear some sort of badge or sticker to say, please respect me.
Yeah.
Having said that though, that when they say at the news before Match of the Day, please look away now if you don't want to see the scores or turn the sound down, and there's obviously so many people that do it, but the thought of actually watching and cheering and go as if it's live happening for Match of the Day, what an emotional roller coaster that would be.
I actually really like this. I really like this, and the thing now is you'll get the gist of Match of the Day where the first game is obviously the most entertaining and the last game is normally a board draw or 1-0. So you'd know as the games go by, the entertainment value is probably going to be lessened. But I think I'm saying with Pete, I think it's near enough impossible. You'd have to go literally kayaking for the weekend. And
but I
back.
think if you've got a WhatsApp group of mates, say it was us three, we could speak to each other. Do you know what I mean, on the WhatsApp group? Because if you were all in on it, that would be you all have to do it.
I'd like to give it a go.
So it's almost like a vow of silence, isn't it? You're almost acting like a monk.
Yeah.
But you literally can't look at your phone. You can't look at the TV.
But that's maybe But my problem is outside influences, or if you're on a night out, or wherever you are, it's going to be so hard to avoid. If you are dressed up as like a monk or a nun, as we've done on the podcast before, perhaps that is a way of other people understanding you've taken a vow of silence.
Yeah.
Like maybe there needs to be like, I think it's great if you can do it between mates, but it'd be great as well if everyone also respects it outwardly as well.
Fantastic.
Although harsh on nuns, isn't it? Because it means no one will ever go talk to them about football.
Yeah.
Thought that.
I just literally zoned in on that.
Do you know what I mean? You got to think of our sisters who listen to this podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Great idea though, in principle. Lovely idea.
Yeah, and also if you had a little cheeky flutter to watch it.
Oh, that would be exciting. And also, just whilst we're talking about all of this, should we give a quick shout out to? I thought Chappers did an excellent job with Match of the Day. I think it was a really good lineup of them. Obviously, it was Chappers, it was Rooney, and Shearer.
Yeah,
and I thought it was obviously it's great having a football bat. I always get excited about Match of the Day coming back, and I reckon. Well, I actually text Chappers that night as well. Because there would have been a lot of people watching that just to see if it's any different. I just thought it was just spot on.
Yep, good shout out that. He's class.
You know, I actually saw Chappers at the old your global ball, summertime ball, Chris.
Couldn't believe it, mate, because I was hosting that, and I got a little text from Chappers to say he was there. I thought it was the most un-Chappers thing imaginable for him to be at the summertime ball. I honestly couldn't believe it.
He was getting right into it in front of me.
Who was he enjoying? Benson Boone?
Yeah, he's a big fan of Benson Boone by the looks of it.
Honestly, of the years I've known Chow, I never would have thought I'd see a day who's at the summertime ball.
I'm pretty sure he's dragged there by his daughters.
I'm literally just visualising Chappers there. I think he's got a mean two-step. That's all he's got on the locker and the clap. An out-of-sync clap.
He would have loved it, I'm sure.
Great guy. All right, lads, last message. Hello, Crouchy from Bahrain, BBQC and Ben Watson. Regards to your families. Just sat watching Newcastle Villa and noticed that the ref seems to have footless football socks. Footless football socks with separate socks underneath. Ridiculous. I think this sock situation is getting out of hand. Now, my question to you, is it justified that the players are chopping their kit up to wear grip socks? I played football for many years and never once thought, do you know what? These socks are doing a shit job. Seems like shit woke nonsense and a fashion thing to me. Also, if the extra grip is truly required, why not just put some rubber on the actual football sock? Look forward to hearing your thoughts. Cheers, lads. Graham.
I don't know what's going on out there. Have you seen this?
Yeah, obviously people chopping up socks and stuff like that. Like, I'll be honest with you, I used to put a little bit of a cut back in the day on the top of my socks sometimes. I used to suffer with cramp in the socks. It wasn't because I had rippling calves, because I did used to get cramp sometimes. I did a lot of jumping for headers, various bits of that. And I don't know, I did do it. So I understand why people are doing that, but I think it's got too far with the big holes in everywhere. Referees in grip socks, that's woke nonsense, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is.
Why a referee can't just put a normal sock on. I don't think... I have no idea what that is. That feels like a fashion statement to me. And this is my problem with the game at the moment. I feel like a lot of it's about how you look. And I think, when I watch penalties these days, right, I'm watching a penalty shootout and everyone's doing a stuttered run-up, everyone. And I'm like, for me, there's no way in the world that is a better penalty. Like, there are certain players that can do it. Like, I think Ivan Toney was insane. It was amazing. But now everyone seems to be doing it. And some of the penalties are so bad, they can't get any power on them. And I do think it's all for how cool you can look. It's like, look how cool I am. I can stutter 500 times. It's like, just put it in a fucking onion bag.
I've never heard that phrase before, but it's...
Put it in the onion bag.
In the onion bag?
Yeah, you never heard that?
I've never heard that. That's amazing. Put it in the onion bag.
You boys must have heard that.
That's
Put it
so
in the onion
good.
bag.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? I know I've ranted a bit there, but
no, but do you think it's a bit chefy of footballers? Is it like, is it just overcomplicated for overcomplicated's sake, or does it make it look like you've got an art to it? Because even when the keeper stood in the middle of the goal, Troy Deeney would wallop it. They'd struggle to get it above them or like through them. And there was no art to that. He just put it in the onion.
The thing is, I do get a stuttered run up. I get, the little stutter, have a look, place it. But it's got to the, stutter, hop, skip, stutter, skip. And then you get no purchase on it. And I think some of them, if you've got the technique and you've honed it and you've practiced it, fantastic. Some of the people are just doing it and not being able to get the purchase on it. It's not good.
Love it. What a rant that is.
Referees and socks. We're just to go back to that. You're saying it is. There's a bit too much. Referees are a bit too fashion forward for your liking at the moment.
Yeah, all of it's a bit too fashionable at the moment.
Yeah, it's evolving in the wrong direction.
Let's tuck some shirts in. Let's get a black boot on and let's take penalties properly.
Great podcast today, guys.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Cheers, guys. I will be away actually next week as well, but I think potentially we do have a special guest coming in, Chris. That's
well, potentially, yeah. Just whilst we've been doing this podcast, I think Example is floating around. He's got a few gigs in the UK. Big friend of the podcast, of course. Big Fulham fan. So it'd be interesting to get his take on everything that's going on there. And frankly, we've been meaning to get him on for a while. So yes, perfect. Next podcast, potential Example in the Chumbawamba.
Love it.
Yeah, incredible. I've got a lovely story for you next week as well, about something that happened to me on holiday involving two ex-England footballers and me getting mugged off. But we'll stay tuned for next week for that one.
What a tease. Oh, back stronger, everyone. Have a good one.
See you later, guys.